Then it's settled. We'll legalize gay money. Gay marriage.
I propose we also legalize gay funerals, starting with this guy.
Springfield is the beautiful, not-so-perfect town of our favorite animated family, the Simpsons. The town, famous for being America's crud bucket and being the fattest town in the world, actually has a clear history, even though we are only shown the present day most of the time. There are hints of what happened in the past throughout the show, and we have collected them to bring you the complete Springfield. So grab your popcorn and explore the origin of Springfield with the Simpsons Hub.
Springfield has become
Springfield!
the most polluted city in the history of the planet.
Drama queen.
Springfield dates back to way before Homer was born, in frontier times. It all started when a band of pioneers left Maryland after misinterpreting a passage from the Bible. Among them was a Jebediah Springfield. As you probably guessed from his last name, he is the founder of Springfield and everybody looked up to him. He encouraged the crowd with words like, "A noble spirit embiggens the smallest man."
A noble spirit embiggens the smallest man.
Jebediah was accompanied by his partner Shelbyville Manhattan, who opposed Jebediah's idea of a town created on the base of chastity, abstinence, and being noble. In fact, he wanted a town where people could marry their own cousins. Guess he was having a little crush on his uncle's daughter at the time. So he took away about half of the followers to form his own town, Shelbyville. Ever since then, Springfield and Shelbyville, the towns, have become rivals and can't stand each other.
Yes, and marry our cousins.
What are you talking about, Shelbyville? Why would we want to marry our cousins?
Jebediah Springfield did a lot for Springfield while he was alive. He built the town's first ever hospital with logs. He saved the town from a blizzard in 1948 and even wrestled a bear. He wrestled the bear and won. Even though some historians argue that the bear actually killed him, I believe it. If he didn't win, then why is a statue of him with his foot on a bear's carcass in the middle of the town square? Like, seriously. Although all this sounds very great and too good to be true, the geniuses of the story has been questioned severally. Once, Lisa found out that Jebediah Springfield was actually a pirate named Hans Sprungfield, who tried to kill George Washington, and on his failure, fled the place and changed his name to Jebediah Springfield. Maybe he tried to turn a new leaf. Who knows?
I have not always been known as Jebediah Springfield until 1796.
Since Jebediah formed Springfield, it developed into what you would call a rustic town. If you want a glimpse of how it looked in colonial times, you could pay a visit to Old Springfield. It's an actual place inside Springfield where the buildings from the colonial era were preserved and not improved. While there, it feels like you traveled back in time or something. It makes you feel like you're living in those times. It even comes with a tour guide. By asking the tour guides questions, you could get any information you want, even about Mr. Burns' ancestors at the time, Colonel Burns, who was a successful man involved in slave trade. He lived off his slaves like Virgil. But in 1860, Eliza and Mabel Simpson saved slaves like Virgil through an underground railway. This shows that the Simpsons' adventure and heroism might actually be genetic, don't you think?
No, there's no life for me with him. I just need to disguise my hair. But how?
A member of the Simpson family even led Springfield in World War II. Abraham Simpson, along with other people whose relatives still reside in Springfield, participated in the World War. It was after the war that the town experienced its very own post-war boom, growing into a thriving industrial hub.
Well, I don't feel right about it, but I could use a nest egg for retirement. I'd hate to wind up in one of them old folks' homes.
Industries in Springfield, including the Aqua Car Factory, didn't cease to awe the rest of the world for 2 months. Due to the progress they were getting, they even paved their streets with pure gold. Little did they know that it would be the best the economy would ever be. Things started to go south when the Aqua Car was found to explode after traveling 600 miles. Due to the failing economy, the gold roads were repossessed and sold to the Sultan of Brunei, who in turn melted it and used it as a cage for his elephants. Things were really bad for Springfield in this era.
And say hello to the state's first aqua car factory.
Springfield began to smile when the 4-time mayor, Hans Moleman, balanced out the budget of the city 4 times and boosted their morale even more with a sweet anthem that embiggened the hearts of the citizens. It was going well till the citizens realized that it was just half the country's anthem. So the last time we saw poor Hans Moleman was when he was put at the back of a horse and ridden into the depths of nowhere.
Boy, sure is nice not to be the one on the horse for a change. As mayor, I balanced the budget 8 times.
Around the time that the last good-ish mayor of Springfield was put on the back of the horse, Mr. Burns was saving Springfield with his massive business ideas. His wealth held the city up and improved it so much. It started with his germ warfare lab, but when it was attacked by a set of protesters, he didn't just give up and go home. He persevered with the founding of the nuclear power plant. Even though there were a few setbacks, like a nuclear reactor and the disappearance of Wayland Sr., the plant was created and up for business. The power plant improved the employment of many people in Springfield, including our very own Homer Simpson. The power plant has been criticized throughout the years for violation of health laws, meltdown scares, and mutated fish, but it still stands at the foundation of Springfield's economy. Even though Springfield might not be the best place to live, it can be nice for a vacation. Springfield is home to many beautiful lakes, a beach, a volcano, mountains, and several national parks. In fact, the desert of West Springfield is 3 times bigger than Texas. Isn't that amazing? And that's not mentioning the amazing state of diversity in the town, with several international towns like Little Italy, Chinatown, Bombtown, and the amazing eye-catching Springfield Heights, where you stand a chance to see many of Springfield's A-listers. And if you just want to take a walk around the block, you could consider going to the town square to admire the statue of Jebediah Springfield, or Hans Sprungfield, whichever name you wish to call him. You could also take a look at the many local businesses in that area, like the Aztec Theater or Barney's Bolorama. If you wanted to act like you were in World War, you could just take a walk to Herman's Military Antique. There are many other local businesses too, but I guess you'll have to go there to find out. And if you wish on taking part in the nightlife, it's amazing too. You could gulp a whole bucket of Duff at Moe's Tavern. You could even stop to have a nice chat with the League of Horny Gentlemen. But I guess we'll never have the chance to do all this. Maybe because no one can get to Springfield. The town can't even be located on a map. Maybe it's because the city is always on the move. When Homer allowed trash to be dumped in an abandoned mine shaft at the outskirts of Springfield, it erupted and the whole town was filled with trash. So the mayor thought the only way to fix the problem was to move the city 5 miles down the road. Who knows how many times they had to do that in the past? I mean, in a town full of people with a brain the size of a peanut, it won't be surprising to know that it has been moved about 95 miles away from its original spot. Yes, everyone sees the town as a very stupid town. When we're talking about reputation, Springfield isn't the best bet. It has been called America's crud bucket and the little town that can't and won't, among many others. In a bid to get a better reputation, the town pushed forward to be recognized by breaking a world record. But when inspected, the only record they won was for the world's fattest town.
Declare Springfield Fat City, USA!
When Springfield was criticized for being anti-American, they changed their name from Springfield to Libertyville and changed all the prices of all things to 1776.
I am honored to announce that we are changing the name of our town to Libertyville.
1776.
In a bid to enhance tourism, the government of Springfield made same-sex marriage illegal in 2005, but the year after, they banned evolution beliefs in support of creationism.
Springfield, a place where everyone can marry. God's sake, do not take that exit.
All these laws were passed to the public by their incompetent Mayor Quimby. Mayor Quimby is as corrupt as politicians get, and isn't the right pick for Springfield. But no matter how much they try, Springfield can never seem to impeach him permanently. All the other people who have tried for the post of the mayor have left the town with the conclusion that Mayor Quimby is there to stay, even though he can't do anything about Springfield's #1 problem, pollution. Pollution is Springfield's major problem. I mean, we all know that it's a very toxic city. From their roads to the air and water, there seems to be no place that is perfectly free of pollution. Even the water bodies are filled with waste from factories like nuclear power plants. Pollution isn't a good thing, but it did save Springfield once.
If we don't change our ways right now, pollution in Lake Springfield will be at this level.
While Bart was looking at the sky using a telescope, he discovered a comet heading straight for Springfield. Reporting this to the government made them come up with an idea to launch a rocket that would destroy the comet before it hit Earth. But the plan backfired and the rocket ended up burning the bridge that was the only way out of town. When the comet was about to take the lives of all Springfield citizens, it was disassembled by the toxic atmosphere of Springfield and turned into a little rock. I never knew pollution could be a good thing. Well, Springfield may be suffering from pollution, but it's still the town of many people's dreams, or at least my dreams. And with that, the timeline of Springfield has come to the present, full of environmental pollution. But not every city suffers from severe pollution. I mean, you can't blame them.
Blow up the bridge! We're doomed!
It's times like this I wish I were a religious man.
It's all over, people! We don't have a prayer!
What do you think? And what era of Springfield would you prefer to live in? Let us know in the comments below. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exciting content like this.
You'll have to attend a 1-hour parenting class.
It was all his idea. He's out of control, I tell you. I'm at my wit's end.